Testing. Okay. I forgot to start the Twitch site, but it's ready. It's going now. Also, I upgraded my OBS and then my subtitling broke, so I had to downgrade my OBS, which is great. Funny thing is, I saw that coming too. I was upgrading it. I saw version 32. I'm like, that's a major version, and it broke, so I have to downgrade back. But I don't think it matters anyways. I think 31, 32, I'm just gonna crash anyways when I have to crash, so no difference. Let's see here. So I don't have anything that is halfway done. That's not true. There's a lot of stuff that's halfway done. But in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna go back to regular programming. I'll do some sketch, do some colors. Hello, Igami. The plan is go through some of the sketches here today, and then I wanna play with the colors. So this would be the main sort of color reference that I wanna do. And I'm gonna do a quick color study, I think, and then I'm going to take the same color and I'm gonna apply to each one of these. I think I don't know how many I can go through. I don't think I can go through that many. They were mostly here because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to go with. But I'll probably start off with the bottom. I think it's a lot easier. I get to play around with the clouds a little bit too. And then maybe we go into something more complicated like this, because essentially it's just a black and white render with like 2 colors. Yeah, like I think I have to touch colors, but I also don't want to lose out on the sketching stuff, because especially the sketching stuff, I need to do more of these where people broke it down already, because I don't know what's happening with the hips, and I need a little bit more what's that called, simplification done by others. In this case, I really like the fact that we've got the hips. First of all, that's important. The second thing is I've got the sort of direction indicator on all of the limbs. So after doing enough from like this one person, I think I'll be able to see it automatically, hopefully. So I'm just trying to learn stuff passively again, which is a little bit not enough, I always feel like, but if doing more active one is gonna drive me insane, I'm just gonna do passive stuff until it gets comfortable enough for me to put more effort into it. Yeah, that works too, I think, Igami. Skin rendering, you know, that skill unlocks a lot of interesting things you can draw, you know, very interesting things indeed. Whatever keeps you drawing, man, I think it's fair game. Honestly, I think it's interesting that I'm still here. What prompts did I search for mannequins? Oh, I mean, if I were to search for what you're just asking for, which is just like poses, like without clothes, I think female poses is pretty good. For the most part, it is without clothes, not in the explicit kind. They're just like this skeletal sort of kind of vibe, but it depends, I think. Because mine, I've always been looking at those things for a while, and I think Pinterest kind of gets it. Oh yeah, by the way, I search on Pinterest. If Pinterest has this weird thing where if you search in the search bar, and unless something is suggested, and then like if you look at one of the autocomplete answers, hello Chica, unless you select one of the autocomplete answers, there's a good chance that it actually doesn't give you what you want. And I find that really annoying. So sometimes I would go on Google and search Pinterest and then my keyword. And then for the most part that comes out, and then I would then hop into Pinterest from that point on, because I need to get a good starting point, otherwise you can never find what is it that you want. I don't know what kind of optimization they're doing in the back, but it's really stupid, I feel like. But they're dealing with like the millions of images, so I imagine they have to do some kind of aggressive optimization there. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, answering questions is the least I can do, I think. Because the only thing that's keeping me here is you guys, basically. I was thinking about the fact that, you know, what if because in the beginning of the streams, I did say that, you know, even if no one came, I would continue doing this. And maybe to a certain extent it was true, but I definitely gave up once before, like, because I was doing this on Twitch. I did it for 50-something streams. And no one really came, and I kind of stopped afterwards, because no one was holding me accountable. This time around I was a little bit more desperate, I think. I might have continued for a bit longer, but who knew? Who knows, right? Like, I probably would have stopped as well, so, if not for this motivation, I think it's really hard to try new and difficult things. So yeah, thank you guys for that. It's 187. And I don't know. Is that so? Twitch probably just, yeah, promotes the big guys then, if that's the case. At least TikTok, like, the good thing about TikTok that I've heard is that they are very, what's the word? Like, they're, I don't know if kind is the right word, but they push, like, new content creators out that's just the same. Like, sometimes you just get random people on your feed who are just starting out. Oh, Twitch only does that, I see. I see. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, if I know that that's the case, then I can use Twitch for something else. Like, I can play some games on Twitch, stream it, and then just chill, you know, not have to worry about, like, too many people coming in. Because I know that Twitch isn't gonna give me anyone. Somehow. Oh, man. What the fuck is this leg, dude? I broke the leg. How does this leg work? What? I guess it's a rough sketch because it's coming out of the thing not aligned, I think. That's what the researcher concluded. I see. I just need my 1 minute of fame on the interwebs first. Yes, thanks for letting me know, man. I'm sure that information will come in handy one day. This is so jank. Like, drawing other people's simplification is so much nicer. I don't have to worry about, like, the weird parts of anatomy. Like, some people might just have, like, an extra bump here and there, I don't know. And I wouldn't know if that's, like, you know, if that's just them, or if that's something that I don't know about the human body. I mean, that is something I don't know, but, like, you know, outlier. And then if you look at a bunch of people's different people's simplification, you can just pick and choose what you like, and then it becomes your own guidelines over time. You don't have to use as much brain power. Like, I don't have to think about the fact, like, the legs are like cylinders, even though it's pretty obvious. But I think that's the whole point that I'm trying to say, is that, hey, people are already making it into cylinders. I don't have to think about it now. I just do enough of these, and then over time I'm just, oh yeah, of course it's cylinders. What do you mean? Everything in my head says that they're cylinders. What can I do with the arms? I'm gonna raise them up. course, of course. Have a good day ahead. I'll see you when I see you. Just gonna leave the arms like that. Okay, okay. See you soon then. What? It's like tilted this way, what? Hello, unknown individual, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I have some stomach problems again, but should be under control for the most part, I think. I don't know. Find out. But yes. Any day we can come here and draw, I think it's a good day. Oh, what is up with this angle? What is this angle? It's like if I draw a box, it would be no, it's a little bit over still. I just feel like it's pointing this way. The cross feels like it's really high and forwards. Unless it's like... what am I doing today? Yes, I'm doing my usual programming. This is what it's supposed to be like, which is we do some sketches, we do some colors. And today, yeah, so anyways, I'm just going back to what it was before. It's just that previously we had a bunch of ongoing sketches and stuff. Before that it was like this, and then I was doing clouds, except it's all good, it's all good. For the most part, I understand what most people are saying, even if the autocorrect kicks in. I would like to think. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, it's So today I'm just doing the usual, which is just some sketching of like anatomy. So I wanted to say the second half, not the front half. I already said the front half. And then after that, I want to touch on some colors. So the previous two experiences with colors, the first one is a lot better than the second one. And I think basically it just boils down to don't give myself any creative freedom at the moment, because otherwise it's gonna be too easy to screw up, and I will screw it up. Oh, what kind of website are you making? Is that for work? Or is that like hobby? project in school, I see. Do you know about the website www awards? Oh, is it A? Oh, is it? Wait, hang on. How's it spelled again? Okay, I forgot. Oh, AWWW awards. This one. If you need design ideas. If you need design ideas and you don't mind, like, you know, taking from someone else, this is the place where people show off their front-end designs. And honestly, some of these are not very good. Like, in terms of the optimization part, like, they're really slow to load. Yeah, like, but they have very beautiful ideas here if you want to check out, like, what kind of things you can achieve with just a website. Some people have interactive backgrounds, some people have interactive stories that they're telling. I hate the ones that have videos playing. It takes forever to load the videos, and then it just plays it. I don't want to listen to the videos when I'm in the website, but... And also oh my god, I hate the ones that they lock the speed of the scrolling. So it's very unresponsive when you're trying to scroll up and down. It's like, the fuck? It's not going where I want it to go. Web-based AI chatbot. I see. So a simple chat UI in the front. I'm assuming you're making it... so I don't know if you're making it to demonstrate your back-end skills or your front-end skills, because if you just need the back-end skills and you don't care about the front-end skills, there's Streamlit, which is what everybody in the damn world is using to make a chatbot, because it's very easy to make the front-end with Streamlit. And then you can just make it look a little bit nicer. But the functionality in terms of getting everything done, you can check this out if you want to, Streamlit, because this is what I used in the back in the day. You drag it off. Yeah, so you can make something like this really quickly, and it's very easy to start up. But it depends on your stack, because this is Python. And then you can check out the design ideas. Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of random stuff out there. Yeah, sorry, I'm just offering unsolicited advice here. Just random shit that comes to mind immediately when I think about AI chatbots. Depends on your needs, depends on what you want to do. You know. I feel like going the long way, like doing everything by yourself and making sure everything is good and everything works and stuff like that is really good in terms of fostering a good mindset, a good mentality and a good work habit. But then once you can do that already, once you know that you have it in you, I think you should just save as much time as possible with whatever that you can do. Because honestly, time is not enough, man. Like, if you can save time there and pick up another set of skills, that is insane. That would be huge. If I had a kid, I'm just gonna get them to do everything by themselves first. The moment I see that they can do it already, I'm just gonna tell you, like, just cheat, just do this, and get it done with, and go do something else. And then it stacks out over the years, man. Oh my god, imagine how many more skills that I can could have accumulated. Indeed. I think it's a good choice, Oh, interesting. Set of blocks. I haven't drawn anything for so long, it feels like. I don't know what that question means. Are you asking if I would draw something, draw a request? Oh shit, I forgot all the angles and stuff. Oops. For the most part, no. Just because I need to keep to the, what's the word? The workflow flow that I have came out with, but it depends on what is it that you want as well. The biggest problem I'm suffering from right now is just not being able to call upon this skill whenever I want it. It kind of works sometimes, it kind of doesn't work sometimes. And for the most part, if it's a request, like if it's not my own ideas, it's quite a bit harder to execute clean and properly. Hello, Devay. Yeah, and then there's also the other issue of like, you know, if I do that for one person, does that mean that I should do for everybody? You know, it could be a case-by-case basis. It's just that I don't know if I want to open that can of worms at the moment either, as well. I think it's a bit presumptuous of me to assume that people would want something, but it's just a thought. I'm just gonna point this the other way. Be like here. So like this. Hello. Then, but with all that being said though, like unknown individual, like what do you have in mind? Perspective? For example, like are you looking for buildings and stuff? Or are you just looking to understand how perspective works? Oh, maybe I should just stop drawing from the hips because it's so much easier once the hip simplification goes in. I can just move the lines whenever I want then. Okay, let me take a look at Duvet. Sorry, Duvet, I think the last time you recommended someone, I still haven't checked them out yet. Wait, is this like a Persona artist or something? Probably not related. Oh yeah, perspective, we can do something quick for sure. But I'm not sure what you're looking for though, because perspective, for the most part, it'd be easier to learn perspective if you take any photograph out there on Pinterest or whatever, of your own even, and then try and find the vanishing point and the horizon line. And then you can see what lines up with it and what doesn't. And then you get an intuition for it pretty quickly. Lamal Duvet, this is kind of just in time because I think this is the journey that I need to go on, which is just minimal lines and maximum rendering, but also just pretty simple rendering, I think. For the most part, it's just two colors. Just a darker version, I think. This is the gray transition, right? Yeah, this is just a strict towards gray transition. Some of these doesn't look like they have color in them. For the most part. This went yellower? But it desaturated anyway, so it's not gonna be that visible. You know the basic and the principle. Sorry, let me share the link as well. All over the place. Well, on the individual, if that's the case, I would suggest that you try to apply it as much as you can. So, like, whatever basics that you know, just try to draw something with it. You know, I've seen your sketches from before. They're mostly just character sketches. And I think in the beginning, if you're learning perspective, it'd probably just be easier to sketch some buildings and blocks rather than like trying to fit a human anatomy, like a human body and face into perspective, because I still haven't quite figured that out myself. So I can't really help you there either too much. Yeah, I know. If you replace the anatomy with simple shapes, I think it should be pretty doable. He's on the screenshot here. Ah, I see. Thanks, Duve. Yeah, I would like to know. I have some ideas of how he might be doing this. But it will be interesting to see. But then again, I'm not 100% sure if I like the effect. This is the, I feel like this is the logical progression as you go through. Like right now, this is like, so you have to like cell shade it with the lines, with the line heavy stuff. And then if you try to go away from that, you kind of have minimal lines like this, just maybe the outline. And then you try to paint a little bit more. So the shapes are not as clean, like not as hard edged everywhere. It gets softer, but the colors still remain pretty simple. The colors are still pretty simple for the most part. We're not even rendering like reflected light, I think. Not strong reflected light anyways. Like some of these parts are... Plus like the red on the gloves is not going anywhere. Interesting, interesting. Are they like just a fan artist? I don't know why I keep feeling like they're like the official artist for a Persona. Maybe it's got icon. What is this? Anime Expo? What is Anime Expo again? Oh, I see. Kind of. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna try and tackle this color thing. Thanks again, Duve. Just gonna go through my sketches real quickly. No space. Make space here. Yeah, if you can find it under the visual, if you want to. simplify the shape first. Hello, Fizzy. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it devolves into like a math stream where I look at all the numbers of the colors, and then I learn something for it, and I forget about it, so it's like I never done it before, but anyway. Numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Anyways, welcome. Welcome to the Daily Struggle. I should just name this the Daily Struggle. It's like a newspaper, but except there's no news. So the bone goes up. A piece. Here, maybe? The neck is still recessed. Pull and pull. I'm almost at 200. Just 3 more weeks and we're like gonna cross 200. And then I'm gonna be like, what have I done so far? And I can't remember a single damn thing. What did I accomplish so far? I don't really remember. I only remember the Udara one, that's it. Because that was just like last week. This scheduling is pretty tough, I think, on the... What exactly? On my life? Kind of. Oh, wait, hang on. This is not lining up. What is too short here? The arms, I guess. Right, because there'll be... But this is not enough then. Oh, oops, what am I doing? Oh, it's here. I see it now. So what, like 50-50 this all the way to... So I draw the circle for this. I think that elbow is kind of high, isn't it? Unless this is not stretched straight. But it looks like it's symmetrical. So perspective line should be like... Where is the perspective? Perhaps even down? Maybe not. I see. Wait, do I see? No, I don't see. What? Okay, mine is poo poo. So it's the same problem with the perspective. Okay, I'm redoing this. I'm just gonna redo it. Why is my canvas so big, actually? No, it's always been like this, isn't it? 4K. Lined up. Oh, I'm trying to draw without looking at the ref. How does this part go again? So I need the tummy a little bit, I think. And then this part should just be the leg. Oh shit, was this leg down? Okay, I need to look. Okay, this leg is down. Oh, if the leg is down, then it doesn't follow perspective lines. Wait a second. Would it be shorter? Ah, man. So if it's like this... Okay, if it was like this... Then the leg swings down, right? So it would be like this. I guess. Right, because logically, if I swing all the way straight, it will be pulling it down. They have too much of it like there. Maika. Alright, so it didn't push this button. Just be here and here. Sequence of that. Oh, wait a second. Make the head too big. That means the arms were never straight up. Means it would have been a little bit sideways. So if that's the case and this is pointing at us, This is for shorten, and that is also for shorten. Then it goes up. Oh wait, this is too far front. It's okay. It's too big, and yeah, it's too big relative to the body, so. I'm expecting it to be either. I got it at the wrong spot. It's okay. Far back enough. You kind of jank. It's too squished. Still not long enough. It's relative to the body. I'm just gonna move on here. this? Have a flip. One, two, so 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And thumb over, thumb over. I think the thumb will be here. Oh, damn. Is that why they moved the tail over the hands so they don't have to draw the hands? This is so hard to draw that hand, man. Is that what's happening here? Oh my god. I'm gonna skip the hand. Let's pray they never have to draw that. Size is kind of big. Kind of. Okay. Never mind, maybe not. Hello, welcome back. That's all good. Nothing? I don't think much happens, man. Like, art is very slow, so you can be gone for like days and there's probably nothing new, I don't think. Yeah, art moves really slowly. The improvements, the exercises, everything that you do takes hours and hours. Oh my god. I wish it was faster. I'm not built for endurance, for sure. If I was a Uma, I'm definitely front runner sprint. Holy shit, Bakushino is my spirit animal at this point. For everything I do. But anyways, I'm gonna just leave this sketching at this point in time. It's about an hour ish. Actually, maybe I'll do some of these photograph ones too. Do some stick figures first, and then do some other people's sketches without the guidelines, and then we do some photographs. Could be nice. But I don't really see anything. That's the thing. I said, my god. Okay, never mind then. We can try and render it instead. Oh shit, but if it's the face, I need to render a sequence first. Okay, let's sequence this first. If you're not using references, unknown individual, I suggest you use some like reference of artists that you like. Being able to draw like without it, I think is great, but I think it's also harder to improve if you don't have like a higher target each time you draw. It's up to you though. Alignment is fine here. Nose is kind of flat. And let's push the mouth up. Actually, no, let's redraw it. Face issue. Wait a second. Oh, it should be fine. Over. It's kind of messy though. What do you think? It's here now. I haven't done this in a while. Oh my god. It's a huge forehead. I think it's a bit bigger than the original. I messed up this part. It's okay. Gonna have to take some L's here. Let's do a quick sketch underneath. Neck. Body. The head is, yeah, it's too bears. So yeah, it's very dirty, the shapes, oh my god. It was readable, but it's not very good, man. Also, I missed the marks. Hello? I didn't even draw the guidelines for it. I'm just gonna ignore it. God damn it. Hey, hang on. Let's shift this up. Oh, this all. Video for this all. Oh, done it. Yoink. Yoink. Let's do that. Like. Oh, sorry, I left this in. Ah, goddamn. This is coming down to here. And connect. Portion is a bit skewed. Got hands on one side and claws on the other. Polygons for hands, man. Cut through. Then need bloop. Why is it so bright? Oh, that means the back is catching light. Oh my god. Missed everything. Still seeing this thing correctly. Yeah, I know. Where'd I go? I didn't get copy strike last time, so I'm gonna try my luck again. ね。GG this. What the hell? Missed the entire bag. The bag this doesn't exist. Okay, that's it for that. For the sketching. I'm gonna do a quick color study. Oh yeah, these colors don't look the same. It's so desaturated on my monitor. Okay. Where are we at? Right here, maybe? So off. Congrats. Maybe I should turn this off because it's kind of cheating. But it looks entirely different from what I see. It's darker. That's saturated. Bluer. Start off with the carnage. Oh shit.
の瞬間の瞬きだった瞳の中の青い空をお守り代わりに胸にしまう世界が全部答えてく私の笑顔が日を差すここから始まる光の前へ前へ私を運ぶ昼前の風が旗を通るリボンが光を跳ね返す黄金色の葉っぱくるりと踊る今日は新しい印をつけるのれんの向こう甘い匂い服を肩に乗せ直す光の粒がまつげに一つからりと心が弾んだ大したわけもいらないから好きな方へ風任せ少しだけ深く吸う一歩目を大きく青空通りを駆け抜けて私の足取りが歌になる少しの勇気を風に預ける次の前をまた探しに行く子供太鼓の遠い音街並みがページをめくる髪が風の端っこを登り笑顔が自分に返る余裕分だけ立ち止まって言葉より顎を上げる金木犀の匂い一筋ここで始めてみよう青空通りでまた出会う軽いステップが道を開くすべての指紋感を色で塗る次のページへ手を伸ばす捨てるためじゃなかったんだ重ねるために避けただけホロホロの葉っぱをお守りにして風一枚
I don't understand what the question is. I don't know what that means. Because the reference, I think it's it has the color in the right spots, doesn't it? I mean, you can't simplify 3 colors into one though. You know what I mean? Like, you need 3 colors to do 3 colors worth of stuff. If you just want one, then you can choose it, because then it wouldn't be the original anymore. You can choose it as an artist. You can decide what is it that you want, and then you can do that. Because you're just doing black and white at that point, no? I think you can just choose.
カバンには軽い心鳥一番の早足靴のリズムで歌が始まる声にしないはやる気持ち小さな花に目を合わせゆっくりと息を整え前向きの印を一つ自分だけにうなずいた朝色をスキップで始めよう前へ前へ少しずつ笑いが喉の奥ではじける決めうの私を愛してバス停の印がキラリ水色の空が広がるさよならの季節は遠い明日のための手話跳ねたまばたきで曇りがほどけ頬にだけ当たる日差し立ち止まる写真のようににっこりと足を出す朝色のスキップで塗り返す道の向こうに名前のない日私は昨日を好きでいられるこの一歩が未来を呼ぶ昨日のもやをふっと払い曲がり角粒の光ここでいいそうつぶやく始まりはいつも優しい朝色のスキップで飛び越えて前へ前へステップをつなぐ頬に残る温かさ頼りに息も息まいめく朝の鏡に映る私昨日と違う何かを探すファンデーションも心の装い今日の自分をそっと選んで人の目を気にしすぎてた本当の気持ち隠してみんなと同じ安心だけどどこか寂しさ感じてた
何それ
誰かの物差し捨てて自分の心を信じて小さな勇気一つだけ手にしてみようありのままでいいんだよ君は君らしく輝いて迷いながらもう歩いてく自分だけの道を見つけて しさを大事にして明日も君らしく生きていこう赤いのぼりが風にはためくイチョウの葉っぱきらり踊る光のかけら空に散らばる今日はどんな音に出会人の波の優しいざわめき知らないメロディ不意に聞こえる見上げた看板知らない文字少しだけときめきが弾んだ地図なんてものはいらない
Okay. It should be it for the most part. Clouds are kind of not the right color today. And it doesn't show colors. Any brighter? I mean, it's there for the most part. Okay, so what now? Actually, one more thing I need to check. It doesn't look like it though. What does this say that it's brighter? Is it actually brighter? Oh, it doesn't mean that everything is just too dark. Ah, I see. Because I'm seeing it in the relative scale. Everything is just slightly darker, I think. Other than the building itself. Oh my god. My contrast is not there, even though it feels like it's there though. Saturated. Most of that is checked. It kind of blends in, so it's fine. So really, this is the same thing, but the back has a bit of shadow going on. And then the bright colors are mostly along the edge. Could be transitioning through gray. Oh, interesting. I'm shifting too much. No, it's about the same though. Okay. I think I'll start here first. Right, sure. Okay, what do I do now? Oh my god, let's go color somehow. I think I might lack contrast here. Oh wait, blue is reserved for. Wait, let me think. Blue is sky along with the character. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm not individual. I mean, I don't know how to say this. Like, if you want to get better, you need to have a reference. Because at this stage, it's kind of hard to say. I don't know if you're looking just for me to take a look, or do you want some advice? Yeah, but the thing is, art takes a long time though. Like, it depends on what you want art to do for you. If you just want to do sketches like this, that's fine too. What the hell? Junk in my cup. Some feedback, I think. I don't know where to start because like I'm just gonna start ranting off here. What you missed and what you could improve. Like for sure you need a reference, man. Like without a reference, how do I say this? Why don't you start with, let me see. I'll just talk about some stuff in general, I think. But and then I can maybe show you what you can do. But like so okay, I don't know why this part is not. I don't know. Okay, so where's my pen? Oh, alright, okay, here. So I don't know why you didn't clean up this inside line. And versus, oh, I guess you didn't clean up that side either. And then coloring wise, are you doing it on the same layer? You should probably do it on 2 separate layers. Okay, but let's ignore the small stuff first. Let's just talk about the big stuff first. But so if you're drawing freehand, the front view is really hard because you need to make sure things are symmetrical here. So I think symmetry, might be a little bit hard to tackle in the beginning, but you should try to at least have some guidelines in order to keep your stuff on point here, because otherwise it's really easy to go off proportions. Like not have a symmetrical face, I think. Even I can't do this symmetrical front view properly because it takes a while to get other things sorted out. But it's a good practice though if you want to do it. And then this way you can keep the eyes also aligned. And you probably don't want to have lines like this, so don't do it like that. If you want to have this shape, you should still at least keep the lines clean. Like you have to be careful with your lines here. it's easy to say that you just want a simple sketch and you don't want to spend too much time, but understand that if you're not working towards a specific goal, if you don't have a reference and you're not trying to work towards something very specific, you're just gonna wander around in a circle and you never make a lot of improvements here. And so yeah, if you can, like, try to always keep lines clean whenever you're drawing. Like, this brush that I have isn't quite meant to do this, so it's kind of janky. And then yeah, I mean, over here would just be anatomy, like what the structure of the neck is like, along with the collarbones and stuff like that. And then only after anatomy is good can you really put on clothing, because whenever you learn clothing, they're gonna teach you a bunch of stuff like where the tension point is. So for example, if you have like a ball here, let's not draw dots, but like, let's say you have a piece of fabric that's draped on top, and then you want to draw a bunch of folds here, you need to know where the tension point is, right? Because from this point, this is what's keeping the clothing up. So everything leads back towards this position. And then as it goes up, you get really tighter sort of folds here. And then as it goes down here, oh my god, this brush is kind of hard. As it goes down here, it becomes a little bit less sort of tight. So in order to draw clothing properly, you need to know what the underlying form's tension, these points are. And in order to know that on a character, you need to know the anatomy. That is where your clothing will go. So right now, you're just putting in shapes where you think they should be going, but unless you know what is going on specifically, like that the neck is like a cylinder, and like the body here is like triangles, you know, but they have a little bit of form, and then the body itself, blah 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 blah, and then there's like a circle for shoulders and stuff like that. Unless you know what these things are like, it's really hard to put stuff in the correct place. Over time, as you do a lot of sketches, you will just generally know that, hey, this looks wrong, right? I'm just going to move it a little bit lower, a little bit higher. And you can get to that stage without learning anatomy. I can say that much. But the problem with that is that you are learning at a very slow rate. Because imagine this, right? The human body can have many, many different angles. This is the torso, right? You can have it pointing this way, you can have it pointing even more this way. Right now it's pointing that way, or like you can point it up a little bit. So if you don't want to learn anatomy and you want to be able to draw, it's like saying that you have to memorize every single angle here. But if you learn anatomy and you learn that, hey, you can simplify it into a box, then you just need to be able to turn the box, which is a lot easier. You can always turn a box like this, right? And then now you turn this cube like this. Let's say it faces this way. You make it a little bit more like a rectangle here, right? And then now you can simplify this. And now you have a torso. Now you have a body all of a sudden. And then now you want to put clothing. Oh yeah, my arms are cylinders, right? This is a cylinder, that's a cylinder. And then now I want to put a piece of clothing on. Oh, where would the clothing fall on, right? As it falls down, pulled by gravity here, it's going to fall down, and then my tension points are maybe here, and then my tension points are maybe here, and then like this stuff like this. So I would say, you know, if you want to do sketches like this right now, just for fun, feel free to do. You should make 100%, you should do stuff that is fun for you. If this is fun for you, just do it. But understand that if you want to get better, you definitely need to just break down, oh, this is a sphere, you know, oh, this is like 3 pieces of triangle. I mean, like, it's the years kind of hard, but ignore that. The anatomy, you have like your sphere, which is slightly elongated, right? And then you have your cylinder, and so on and so forth. So I would suggest, if you want to learn anatomy, you can do what I did earlier today, which is just you take someone else's sketches. Sorry, what the hell is this? Oh, this is the thing. Oh, this is something else you can do. I'll get to that in a bit, but you take someone else's sketches that already broke down the shapes. Like if you look at the stuff I did today in the very beginning here. Oops. You see how other people broke down like a bunch of shapes here? This one right now may or may not be slightly tricky for you. I'm not 100% sure. You should just give it a try first and see how you feel about it. But you can simplify it even more into cubes and spheres and cylinders. And in the beginning, maybe that might be easier. Like for example, which one is this? So this main one here is this one here, right? And let's say this guy here, you can always simplify it even more. Into like a sphere, into like a cube, into like a rectangle. And then this is another rectangle. And then as you're doing these rectangles, you see the angle that it tilts at, and then you sort of get a feel for it. And then as you can see also, like the rectangles are not gonna fit the body perfectly. That's because that's just how it is. The body isn't a rectangle. So there will be a lot of areas where it doesn't fit correctly. But in the beginning, you don't really care too much. You're just trying to figure out which way the body is sort of facing, and where the each individual part. So like this is slightly upwards, this is slightly downwards. Actually, mine's kind of off. And then you have your cylinders. Oh, which way is the cylinder facing? Because the cylinder can be like this, it can be like this, right? It can be also the other way around. So now which way is this? It's maybe a little bit this way, you know, maybe a little bit this way. So you see the underside of the cylinder, and then you have a ball here for the joint. And then you can have another cylinder. The cylinder, maybe we can turn the cylinder, right? It's a lot easier to turn the cylinder now. And you can have it turn this way. And you can still see the underside of the cylinder like that. You can see the underside. Assuming this is facing up. So it's like that. Anyways, if you do like a bunch of these things, it will help you get an idea of the forms. And then once you have an idea of the forms, you can come back to stuff that's more sort of accurate to the body's actual shape. And I don't think we'll go too deep into this, because there's a lot of stuff you can find online, like stuff like this. You can just look for female poses, human poses, and a lot of these lines stuff will come out. Just copy them. That's basically what I've been doing for 200 streams. Like just copy. And then as you're doing the copy, you will learn things. You'll be surprised at how much you'll figure out on by your own self. So yeah, I think yeah, as long as you want to draw a character, I don't think you can avoid anatomy. I always thought that I can avoid anatomy because I just want to draw anime girls and not like realistic paintings. But it doesn't quite work that way. You kind of have to do it anyways. So I would suggest just start early. But then at the same time, if you can look for anime head tutorials and stuff like that, that might keep you a little bit more motivated, because those things, once you learn how to do it, like even just this, like you see, just search anime tutorial. That's like basic anime basic anatomy. Is this YouTube? It is YouTube. Like even just like these kind of things, like it's already showing you how to set up guidelines and then how to use the guidelines and stuff. Yeah, this is like basically the same as what you were trying to do. Except the body here. The body here, you shouldn't follow what they're doing. You see how they're not putting the anatomy in? This part here makes it really hard, I think, for beginners to learn. Because it's not explaining, it's not telling you why it's in that shape. And in the beginning, you definitely want to start at its base first, because that's the mistake I made, and it's costing me a lot of time. I have to come back and do it. At the same, but it's very dry though. It is very dry. You have to find a way to keep yourself motivated. Is there anything you wanted to ask about this? Oh yeah, you can also trace over other people's stuff and figure out the anatomy if you want to. Actually, I don't know how the hit one works anymore. The box is really hard, man. The box doesn't make too much sense because it's too square. And the human body is very round. Mika. It's supposed to be somewhere here, I guess. But it should be no, but it depends on where I'm cutting the lines. Okay, yes, it depends on where I'm cutting the lines. Yeah, I probably have. I don't know. I've just kind of wandered around the same parts of Pinterest, and I forget. Hopefully, I did better though. Also, welcome to Virus. I'm trying to play with colors, and it's a little bit tricky. Trying to combine stuff here. Anyways, I'm not an individual. I don't know if you're still there and listening, but yeah, I would definitely say start with anatomy. Start with finding an artist that you like and copying what they have, copying poses. Just drawing a bunch of circles and squares in perspective. It's all really dry stuff, but that is what art is. Like that's why I kind of have to force myself to be here. Make sure that I don't slack off. It's gonna take like hundreds and thousands of hours before it gets like really fluent, like how you're speaking fluent. Until then, you have to keep at it. My god, okay, this part of the process is gonna suck because oh my god, this part is gonna suck. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't use it, unknown individual. Like if you know anatomy, it would just be natural. It would just do it, like, cause it would look wrong to you otherwise. Oh, that's my brush. Oh. Yeah, and then in terms of realism and the anime thing, I don't think you will fall into that trap because I don't think you're that interested in realistic stuff anyways. And all the exercises with like drawing circles and simplifying the human body is going to be useful anyways. I'm gonna grab the shape here. I don't know what to do with the rest of the thing, but I think I'm gonna have to block this entire thing out now if I want the character to be dark. Never quite thought about the okay, sure. I don't know what you mean by that exactly, because it would take too long. Okay, so that's fine. I just want to say that that's completely fine. You can do what you want. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me because in my head, if I don't draw it well, then I might as well not do it. It's the thing that I'm thinking of, because you're gonna spend the time doing it anyways. And if I'm not gonna get it good, then I'm just not gonna do it. So I'd rather be playing games. Hang on, is this value gonna work here? I don't think it's gonna work. Wait, hang on. What? Oh, it went over. Okay, never mind, doesn't matter. Lock it. Take this out. It kind of works, but This bag needs to play with it for real, man. This blue isn't blue enough, so I'm gonna have to drop the value down. I'm gonna push this all the way down. Yeah, that looks better. And then I'm gonna bring the value here up. Wait, what is this? 29, 65. If I just bring it up like that. But I need to keep it colorful though. Let's do it like this. I mean, that just sounds like you need more practice though on the individual. It's gonna take long, man. It's gonna take long. There's no shortcuts to this to the process. Like I don't know if I'm making, I don't know if my tone is a bit harsher than usual, but like, because I've seen my friend wanted to learn art. He was doing the same kind of stuff that you were doing, and that was 5 years ago, by the way. That was 5 years ago, and he basically did that for like a couple weeks, and he just gave up because he never looked good. But he never bothered to learn the anatomy. He never bothered to spend that time. So yeah, yeah, this color is a bit jank. Okay, I don't know if I've given you anything concrete to work on, because it's easy to throw a bunch of feedback and criticism, but it's another thing to like constructive criticism. I'm not necessarily very good because I don't really give feedbacks, but I think like if you want to be like super what's the word, on top of everything, you should definitely come up with a plan, you know, ideally right now. And then like, hey, you know, I'm going to work on something for the next some amount of time, and then you can try to go for it, do some practice. Even like if you look at the chat, or is it work in progress or is it showcase? Yeah, if you look at our showcase, Ibukize is on his 97th day of drawing 60 gestures in 1 hour. Oh my god. My man has been doing this for like 97 days. 60 gestures in 1 hour, man. Like 60 is a lot. Even if you have like the skill, like it's still like, oh my god. A lot of work. I can't quite help you with color theory because I don't fully understand it. But there's one thing, if there's one thing I know, is that like watching videos is not enough. You have to touch the colors itself. So you can try like pushing colors around, I guess. Putting colors on the canvas and see how it feels, and then move it around and stuff like that. Sorry, is this too bright? This might be too bright. No, I'm gonna keep it actually. I'm just gonna use my own colors. Okay, I need to play with this a little bit more myself. Actually, can I borrow the yeah, how to draw? Oh my god. that's a really hard question to answer. But I think honestly, before answering how to draw, is always answering why draw? Why not something else? Why not music, you know? Why not language? Why not writing a novel? Why not dancing? Like there's so many ways to express yourself. So I think like answering why you want to draw is probably the most important one first. And then from there, the path should be, at least from my point of view now, that I've seen a bunch of stuff, I think it's a lot clearer. Once you've decided the goal, everything aligns to that one goal, and then you just work towards that one goal. Easier said than done, of course, because I'm kind of doing like a whole bunch of meandering around. Bunch of random shit. Oh shit, where's my clouds? Where's my cloud guy? Ah, here. I'm just gonna borrow a cloud. because it's a lot easier with a reference here. And we can permute on stuff once I get comfortable with what I'm seeing. I need the seed to get me started in the beginning. Once the seed is there and we get somewhere, we can try and be more creative. Yeah, unknown individual, why is it that you draw? Why did you pick up, why do you want to learn drawing? If you want to draw fan art, then you must be consuming some fan art. You must be looking at other people do some fan art. Then you can find your favorite artist and just try and mimic what they do. Like if you find anatomy, practicing anatomy, perspective, and everything is really dry, then just copy someone you like. Because in that one or two copy, you're gonna learn a lot of things. And then even when you do like a quick sketch, it will be way better than today. You see, you can't use memory until you have drawn enough, put in enough hours, and then you have the thing in your head. I know exactly what you want then. Because I think that's the same plan that I have, or I had. But if there's one thing that I learned in the past decade is that you drawing from memory only and you want it to look good. Like if you're okay with it not looking like super good, that's fine. But if you want it to look super good, drawing from memory doesn't work until you have drawn a lot not from memory. Because then and only then do you have enough stuff to work with without referencing. It's the same problem I faced time and time again in the years leading up to this. Hello, Lord. I need to bring up the value somewhere first so I know what I'm working with. You broke up. You guys break up every stream, man. Come on. Do you guys just break up on on the stream and just go back and make up? Oh no, it's hard. It's so hard. Oh my god. I hate clouds. I'm so scared, man. Like, it's so easy to screw this up right now. I need the momentum to carry me through this part, so I don't give up too early. Otherwise, it's screwed. Just gonna bring this in first. Needs a bit more red. This is the first time we're dealing with colors and form at the same time, so this is going to be a little bit jank. But as long as I keep at it, it should be fine. We should get somewhere, I hope. We're keeping the value range up top light, and then maybe just some quick, really high highlights, but everything else should be really faded. Let's keep it faded. It's a bit darker. The papa is generally a bit brighter. I think that is okay. That makes sense to me. I'm just gonna bring it up then. Bring it up, and then bring this up. No, like it would help you though. Watching videos will help you, just not as much as actually doing it. Like if you try to think about this, how much do you remember from all the videos that you have watched? Like, can you, for example, if you go to a video that you have watched before, can you, without playing the video, without looking at any of the scenes from the video, remember what was spoken and what, you know, every minute or every section? Because you won't be able to recall as much. Like, if you haven't like actually used it before, you will just lose it. But once you have watched the video, at that moment in time, you will be better than not having watched it. It's just that you have to make sure you keep this knowledge. That's why you have to do it. You have to draw it. You have to put in the hours. But on the contrary, once you put in the hours, it will be there. It will be in your head. It will stay there with you. Or at least for a good, much longer period of time. And then over time, as you accumulate more and more, you will get better. Like there's no other way about it. Like you can't even not get better. You will just get better. Even if you don't want to. It's the same as languages as well. I see a lot of people on like the Japanese language subreddit. They're just saying how like they're not really getting better after doing Duolingo. You've heard people doing Duolingo for thousands of days, but they cannot speak it still. It's because it's like an entire different set of skill almost. Duolingo is really good. Like any sort of those things, it's really good at just teaching you vocabulary and like making you remember things. But stringing sentences together is like an entirely different beast, I feel like. Same as watching videos for art and actually painting. Because I haven't watched as much, but I definitely watched enough too, like to do painting. Because some of these ideas, like I've already seen before, like people doing paintings from black and white, paintings from single like monochrome palette, like either blue or whatever, and then they will slowly bump up the colors and bump up the saturation and all that, only in areas that they want the contrast. But without having done it, like when I start to do it, it's just what am I doing? What am I doing? Immersion. Actually, I had a thought in the past, which is that if you just watch, sure, you probably won't get better by a lot. But what if you're drawing along in your head? You're imagining every brushstroke. You're imagining every choice being made. And I think honestly, that would help you get better, even if you have never touched the brush before. It's just that if you have never touched the brush before, you also can't really imagine it too accurately. Because nowadays, even now, like all of my videos that I've made is I do the drawing first in my head, and then I try it. If I can't do it in my head, I wouldn't make the video. And then, even then, a lot of the times, I realized that what I have in my head just didn't work. It just doesn't work because it's not gonna behave the way I expected. I have seen, like, you know how like so for example, even the last painting that I gave up, so paint 3, right, over here, you know, the one on the bridge, I imagined it first, but it still came out different. Oh, it's not this here, it's not here. It still came out different because it didn't have the experience, the hands-on experience, to realize that, hey, my character, once it goes in, I would have to tune all the warm colors blue in order to keep the original blue vibe. But I didn't like that, and then it just didn't work out because I imagined it wrongly. And yeah, that's why like over all these weeks, I'm slowly iterating on the stuff that I'm doing. It's because every time I realize that, hey, it doesn't match my expectation. My brain is unable to comprehend all the information that it needs to right now. So that's why I have to come back and change my plans and be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take away even more freedom from myself because I clearly cannot make decisions properly. And then we'll try it again. Like, that's what I'm doing now. So I'm limiting the entire palette. There's no more choice on the colors. It's just whatever that I have from the palette. And then I'm not choosing the composition. It's just whatever that I can find. I'm not choosing any of the posing or the forms. Again, everything from reference. And then now I'm trying to see if I can execute it. If I can execute it, then I'll repeat it until I'm comfortable. But if I cannot execute it, then I have to dumb it down even further. So today is just like all the other weeks before. It's like a test. Every time it's like a test to see if I can meet my own expectations. Then we iterate and iterate. But anyways, at the end of the day, it's just apply more, I guess. Do more, apply more. My god, the clouds are so ugly. Oh my god, the clouds are so ugly. I think I can do with a little bit more variation in the thing. Since I cannot change the palette, the only thing I can change is the value then. I can bump some of the parts a little bit brighter, probably the front part, so I can silhouette against the character. The character can silhouette against it a little bit better. The character can get even darker, I think. And then this part, I can get a screen and I'm just gonna bump it up. Bump up yellow. Need more saturation. Maybe orange. Oh, actually, I might not be able to bump it up too much. I'm going to bump it back down, I think. Because this is already pretty light. Any further up, I think it's just going to be white. If I want to keep the mood, I cannot make it white because it will lose color. So I need to bring the back down then. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. But if it's going down, I cannot have it saturated. This is really scary, man, because right now, even though it's not perfect, it's still better than ooh, whatever the hell this is. It's just too much. I don't like it, but I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna have to try here. See, overlay. Oops. Can I bump up the bottom here? Oh, this is not very good there. Oh, this is maybe a bit better. It's a bit too much. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, just make it yellow and turn it down. I don't know, man. And then we're gonna paint on top of these guys. Yeah, that's why you have to. That's why in the very beginning you have to answer that question of why is it that you want to draw. Because if that reason is not good enough, you'll most likely end up quitting. But I don't think like you will really know until you try either. So. Because once you start jumping into the process, then you really start to question, hey, is this really what I want to be doing? And I think there's no shame in switching to something else as well. After you realize that you don't like it. My friend switched to baking. After he spent a lot of time on art. It wasn't working out. Oh, you're drawing on your phone? Wait, what? Right, so I don't personally suggest drawing on the phone unless you have at least a stylus. I was drawing on my phone with my mouse before, and it wasn't a good idea because the muscle memory doesn't carry over and it's really hard to control. So it ended up being just a huge waste of time personally. But I'm a little bit too critical of things like that, so you might not want to take that advice from me either. The way I do things, there's no fun. Hello, Rene Aru. I wanted to draw to use as asset for other projects. I feel tired trying to search group image for a school project. So, good on you for wanting to create something by yourself, I think. But you have to. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from right now. Because if you're doing it from just a school project, how much does this project mean to you? And how good of a quality of the art do you want? Like whatever that is it that you need. So, no, actually only the second question matters. How good of the quality do you want? Because if you do it yourself, you can probably go towards what you want directly. But without like, you know, spending years and years and years into the art, the craft itself, it's probably really hard to get something perfect. If you're a perfectionist like me, more often than not, you'll be dissatisfied. And then depending on how much the project means to you, you may or may not get disheartened. Because that's my personal experience. I have high expectations, I have high standards. then I can't execute it. And because the project is my own personal project, I take a really big hit to my motivations, you know, to say the least. And it's not very healthy for going long term. Right, if it's just like a one-off project, if it doesn't mean too much. But then again, if you're choosing to want to create, and you're saying that it's hard to find good images, that means you care about the project and you care about the quality. I don't know, man. I need a lot more information, like what kind of specific thing that you're looking for, because depending on the difficulty, the complexity, maybe it's doable, maybe it's not that realistic. How much time you have, how much time are you willing to spend, actually. And then if you've, you know, done it before, if there's anyone around you that can help you and guide you along and keep you going, all of these matters, like in terms of planning for something successful, personally. But my personal flaw is also just over planning and not doing things. So it's all up to you. Like it's really hard to make like a really concrete call with the information I have right now. It just feels yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I'm not sure about right now. Pen and paper are always there. Yeah, definitely unknown individual. You should stick to something that is a pen that you're holding, because if you're using your finger, if you're using a mouse, the skills do not carry over. And with your finger and your mouse, you can only go that far, personally, at least with current technology. Maybe there's like some god tier like mouse artists out there, and it's not saying that you can't do it, but the thing is, like, you know, like unless that's the thing you want to go for, like why would you spend even more time to pick up the skill? You know, you should just use a pen and paper and you can get better way quicker. Learning consigns, sometimes you need to create videos, poster along way of coding and find a creating a supplement. You know what? That's great. Then that's perfect. That's perfect. Because yeah, like that makes sense to me. What you're doing. But I do have to ask though, why did you feel the need to get affirmation for what is it that you're doing? Because, so what you're telling me is that you feel good about doing this, right? But if you're truly feeling good about doing something, you don't usually ask people for like affirming if what you're doing makes sense. You know what I mean? Because you just be doing it. So something deep down in you, I'm guessing, what's that called? Extrapolating? Maybe isn't too satisfied with something? Just a guess though, I'm not sure. Ah, okay, right, makes sense. Yeah, you did mention that you were doing traditional for sure before. Yeah, but like the virus said, Anonymous, whatever that you spend time doing, you're gonna get better at it. And nothing, and not much else. You would carry some skills over, but for the most part, whatever that you spend time doing is what you're gonna get better at. So, if you're doing traditional, you probably get pretty good at traditional stuff. But then transitioning to digital, for different people, that is, you know, of varying levels of difficulty. I don't know if you guys remember. I think I know you probably won't hear, but at some point in time in the past month or two, there was a Korean girl who was here and on a Friday, and she is a traditional artist, and I've seen some of her traditional works, and she is converting over to digital, and the quality of the stuff is not the same. Like her traditional stuff is way better. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. It's just, you know, if you want to get better at digital, you should work on digital. If you want to get better at traditional, you should work on traditional. That's basically it. There is a lot of carryover, but there's also a time that you need to spend to carry that skill over comfortably. Oh man, I need to look at what I did before. I don't know how the brushstrokes work, man. Oh, shit, man. I see. It's because I make the brushstrokes a lot smaller afterwards. And there's a lot more intertwining, I think. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. There's this dude on Japanese Twitter who is a traditional like pencil sketching artist, and whenever he wants to sell books and stuff, he will scan it and then redo the lines in digital. So it's primarily a traditional artist. Hang on, let me find them for you. I don't know, you might like them. Over here. Oops. Yeah, something like this. You know, if you like the style, then you can just copy, and then yeah. For the most part, I think you carry over. The tricky part is I think it's the tools, because I've heard people complain about the digital tools. And also, if you want to use digitals effectively, you need to make use of layers well, and then there's a lot of digital filtering and other nonsense that doesn't exist in traditional. So it's just that like those things you kind of have to pick up. Well, those things you have to spend extra time to pick up. So definitely like yeah, anyways, the virus, not the virus. Unknown Individual, if you like that artist, they have a lot of sketches you can reference and work off of. So that's nice. Okay, so if I zoom out right now, it's fine. It works. I can read it, and it doesn't read bad. It reads okay. If not a little good, it's not that bad. If I can just bump the contrast a little bit higher for some of these like these outlines, I think. Make it a little bit darker so they get silhouette against everything a little bit better. Shit, where you go, man? I think we have a winner here. There's something here for sure. Maybe not even. Maybe I don't even need that. It's definitely too saturated. There. Okay. This doesn't feel too bad. It's definitely better than the stupid stairs that I was working on. Not just have a coloring face? Coloring face, huh? You mean like coloring books and stuff? Shit, I think I used to do that as a kid. Damn, what made me stop? But I wasn't really that interested in art in the past though. My parents tried making me learn art. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Yeah, I'm try to make me learn art first, and then I didn't want to do it because I just wanted to play MapleStory. So I gave that up. I took one piano lesson. I don't know, we played like Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars or something. Like it was all kids and everyone had like the parents with them. And then we never went back ever again because I probably complained and never went back. I did Taekwondo for like a bit as a kid. And then I kind of stopped after I punched a kid in the gut because he kept trying to pull my pants down for some reason. What a weird kid. And then after that was guitar, yeah. And that was the one that I stuck with. But anyways, a bit of a tangent. He was like, we were like really young. It wasn't like, it's just probably trying to be annoying. It's not like anything, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I gave him a good punch and he never bothered me again. It was not my proudest moment. I wonder what I created to be feeling like me, I guess, especially with how everything AI is everything. Okay, So what you're asking, what you're saying there, okay, by the way, I'm very, very excited for you. I'm also very interested and engaged in this conversation. Oh my god. Because the way you're saying it sounds just like what I was thinking of when I first started out. I wanted something that was uniquely mine. I wanted my own style, my own characters, my own world, my own stories. Yeah, but that's a long journey, I think. Because what you're asking for is something uniquely you, right? Something to feel like you. So when people see this piece of art or whatever that is that you're creating, they know that it's you to some extent, right? That's kind of what you want. And to get there, you need to answer a lot of questions in terms of, so anything that is uniquely you means that you're doing it something different from everybody else. And then everybody starts off of like realistic, sort of photographic, you know, realism sort of painting. So then the questions that you have to answer is, how are you going to draw something or create something differently based off of the same material than someone else? And this process is pretty long depending on what kind of personality you have, I think, because it's kind of hard to speak for someone else. I think for me personally, it's the process of, I want to draw this thing in my own style, but I don't have the technical skills to do it. So whatever that I do that is my own, right, that I do without referencing looks like shit, and I don't like that. But whatever that I reference, whenever I reference someone and I draw something that looks decent, it is someone else's style. So in the beginning, it's going to be very painful because I don't think there's a way through this. You're either doing something that's really dry and boring to pick up some technical skill, or you're just following someone else's stuff and it's not gonna feel like your own. But both of these are gonna then eventually, somewhere down the line, cross paths and join together. And then at some point in this journey, you'll be like, hey, I can kind of draw things without really looking at references anymore because I already know what it's supposed to look like. And then that is the stage where you start to do exploration. When you start doing exploration, you'll be like, hey, do I want to draw longer legs on this character or shorter legs? Do I like longer, slenderer forms? Or do I want like chubbier or muscular forms? And as you do this exploration, you're slowly walking towards this sort of feeling like you. And the problem is, this process is really long depending on, you know, your specific journey. Or like, I guess it's just by chance. I'm not really sure what the factors are. It's just how satisfied and how happy you are with what you have. So that's the first thing, is an unknown. But the second thing is that you have to do this for a lot of different aspects of art. You're talking about anatomy, like depends on what you're creating. I'm not sure what you're creating again. But if you're just like me and you're making illustrations, like for example, like what we're doing now, there is stuff like anatomy. There is stuff like the colors that you like to use, the color gamut. There is stuff like the composition. Do you like to do character only, character focused? Or do you like to do landscape? Or do you like to do both, right? And even just right here, we have two very distinct styles of painting. We have a slightly more realistic one, right? Versus something that is a little bit more, okay, quite a lot more stylized. It is a long journey. Rin-ne Aru. I don't know how to pronounce that. The NEA is messing me up, but yeah, if what you what you want is something that feels like you just have to be prepared to strap in for the long ride, I think. Doesn't mean that you can't create something good for the project right now though. It's just that the expectations that you have to set, it depends. Like personally, I set really high expectations and it messes me up a lot. It screws me over so much. It makes me want to quit. Well, it made me quit for every time I drew for like 5-6 years at least. Until the stream started, I never truly really sat down and forced myself to go through a lot of these exercises. But if your goals are not to get that far, and you know, like if you just want to do black and white sketches, then you probably get there a lot faster too. Because you have less questions to answer. But that's why I didn't use it, because I didn't do it. Yeah. Long journey, no shortcuts. as the pain of art. I mean, that's the reason why so many people do AI stuff, is because they can't handle it. Or they don't want to handle it. That's fair too, because this is not for everyone for sure. I don't even know if it's for me though, to be honest. Like the virus pointed out, like, because I don't seem to be enjoying this a lot. And I most of the time I don't. Like right now I'm kind of scared, so I'm just kind of pushing color. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just trying to up the variation and the detail, quote unquote details. But I don't have a clear plan in my mind. I'm also kind of just exploring, I guess, and seeing what kind of shapes work. Zooming out once in a while and be like, hey, is this working out? Oh, it's not working out. Okay, what can I try differently? And then I didn't like this blob here. I don't know why, I just didn't like it. It looks kind of stupid, I think, because we don't have like a central focal point. The level of detail is consistent throughout the entire thing. We don't have like a big sort of round ball of clouds and then like tiny balls. We have like a bunch of medium-sized balls. So whatever that's brightest, I need to bump up. I think there is a good reference though on the other board. Let me bring it up. Oh shit, I opened the wrong one. Get out of here. Okay. But I'm not a complete failure today. Oh my god. I'm so glad, dude. I came in every Sunday, man. I have to think about what is it that I want to do on Mondays, because it's a cold start. I haven't done anything on the weekends most of the time, even though I say I was going to. And yeah, it's just very scary because the chance of failure is the highest on Monday. Yes, have a good day, unknown individual. I think it's day for you, or afternoon. All the best, man. All the best. Really, like go for the dynamic stuff. You're gonna see improvement real quick. So I look forward to your journey. Is that weird? Is that what you're saying? Is that right? Anyways, have a good night, day, afternoon. Oh my god, I'm so good with words, bro. Unbelievable. I was trying to bump in something big here while keeping track of the colors. So I need a little bit more color here, maybe. Oh shit, that's too much. I think I need a bit more yellow. It's going from like orange into this pale sort of nonsense that I can't really see what's happening. It's because of the airbrushing I did just now, I think. Dang, having like a texture brush really helps. Just tap, 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 and then there's a bunch of shapes in there. At some point I want to work on the character as well here. I don't think this brush should cut in so much. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Man, yeah, like the brush is doing so much work for me. Like seriously, like I'm not even thinking about the shapes. I'm just kind of tapping the brush and seeing what comes out. And some of these are pretty good. I'm just gonna keep it. Just to up the variation here. So if I can get like more shapes onto this brush or like another set of brushes, this we can up the variation and therefore the quality. I think it would look a little bit better. And the same shapes are being repeated over and over. And now that I've come this far, I can actually think about the character. Something we can swap out the character out for like another character here. Hang on, let me see. Where is the oh, it's here. Backpack. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the setup because I don't want to change the forms that we're gonna paint. What can I do here? Yeah, I think that's... I want to pull this part though. So I need to bring this down a little bit. Oh man, maybe a little bit of this too. Maybe a bit too pink. Got a very weird shape here. Okay, but this is mostly the other part of the equation, which is form, which we'll learn by doing black and white. So today, whatever that we have, I might just go with it because the main problem now I'm trying to tackle is the color. So as long as the color kind of flies and the value kind of reads from the far, okay, it's kind of jank. Okay, it's not like a giant blob now. I need this part to maybe be taken out a bit. But yeah, as long as the color kind of works, and the form kind of works. Sorry, as long as the color is good and the form kind of works, and I'm gonna move on to a new comp. I don't want to stay here for too long. Okay, character, I'm just gonna use blue and only blue. But depending on who the character is, the variations would be different here. Let me see. This pose literally reminds me of this one character. It's the exact same pose. Lamau, exactly the same pose. Lamau. And she's carrying a bag too, no less. God damn, it's perfect. I do need to see what the bag looks like though. Does no one ever see the back view? Hang on, like figure? Someone did a 3D model. Okay, that's nice. Huge. Oh shit, a 3D turnaround. Hello? Hello there? Don't mind if I do. Confirmation in the key. Okay, this should be fine. If this is not enough information, I'm just not gonna draw those parts. I keep it simple here. Anyways, I'll be right back. I go to the toilet. Looks kind of poopy now, the clouds. I'll spend more time on it tomorrow for sure. This is not enough at this stage. If I don't push right now, then I'll never get to make it better, so no choice but to go forwards. Did I bring it? Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm gonna kick myself out here. Wow. Is that a group? Or is that a screenshot? Oh my god. This part. Yeah, I just need the colors to stand for now. But I know what's missing. It's the flow again. We can do better than this, I think. At the very least, we can replicate something we've done before. I mean, that should be the bare minimum. I want something more static. So yeah, it would be something like this. So I will need to mimic the vibes, but not copy it. Like I'm seeing... like that, maybe like this. What about here? Make it round. Make it this way, just like that. Make it. Just gonna have to copy this, I think. bright, and this is, oh yeah, the bright spot is kind of off center, isn't it? Off center is in off the like 1/3 point. I should bring it over here, make this part bright. I might be able to offset these guys. This way, this way, this way, this way. This way, this way. I cannot even see my arrows. Okay, it's kind of the planning for tomorrow. I basically have to repaint it, I think, to some extent. Fine. As for our character over here. So, how do I do this? I think the easiest would be base color and then the multiply layer on top. That will keep the thing consistent, but I don't know if it's correct though. Not to mention, we probably want to pick the colors directly this time since it's a color thingy. I'll do the colors manually then. Yeah, I'll do it manually and then see what I think looks good and then see if that makes sense. Over time, that is. So her hair is what? Oh my god. But it would be monochromatic though. Kind of. Anyways, let's see. Base color is somewhat bright. Maybe a bit desaturated, maybe a bit here. Oh, should not then. Oh, I think it means this is not dark enough, isn't it? Hang on a second. So color is relative. That means I just set what I want as the darkest and then I work off of that. So what do I want? The original one doesn't really go that... does that count? That one is like all the way down though. It's like here. I think it's a little bit too much. Adjustment layers can do some of the work later. But for the most part, I would like it to be more hands-on. Maybe like here would be the max darkness. And then I'm gonna be smart here and not actually put everything on the same layer. Oops. So it's a bit easier to work with. Like that. Use that to set the colors. Let's say it's this much first. We just have to adjust this as we go. Fix the shapes later. Oh yeah, some wind would be nice here. So I'm gonna do this one first. Okay. And then I need the clothing, but the clothing is the darkest thing. So that would be, this would be the clothing color. The school uniform has some white colors, white bands here, so the white would need to go in next. Oh shit, it should be pretty close to the hair, so my hair might not be bright enough. The color is blue, right? But then because of the canvas, because of the gamut here, it should tend towards a little bit towards purple. No, but the original sequence is different. Shit, what do I follow here? Keeping her blue will make this a lot more contrasty because the color will also play in. have a play in this. So maybe I'll just keep her in this shade here. And the white part of the uniform, the white stripe on the thingy here. It's a bit thick. Less here. Oh, no perspective, right? Forgot about that. I do believe it was this way. This should be the other way. Then her bag. Just pink. Should make it super duper purple. Value, it should be kind of bright, but not brighter than the hair. Oh, it's actually maybe just as bright. Oh my god, but it's Blue Archive Gamut though. It's a little bit faded out. You can make it a little bit more. It's too bright. I don't know. It's kind of jank though. Oh, it's the strong layer. Okay, wait, left and right is correct, right? Yeah, okay, and then her stuffed animal will be hanging outside here, which is also white, so I'm just gonna have to expand this part. A little bit. That. And the coat should be a bit bigger. Original sequence is at the very limit, I see. じゃあ限界じゃないかな。これぐらいが限界で。Back view wise. That's basically it. I'm not gonna draw the gun because the gun makes things problematic. Actually, I should just at least take a look here. How difficult is it going to be? How difficult is this going to be? Where is my... Close it? Where do I stop? A shotgun? Okay. What kind of shotgun? You just grab it anyways. For now, go on to this. Front facing on her right shoulder. That means it'll be here. Here, down, facing down. Given the position, it would be below the bag, or at least around the bag. So I'll put it here if I were to put it. Maybe here then. It's mostly white, but it's a little bit yellow. I'll just keep it white for now. Strap to the front, yes sir. Strap to the back. Oh wait, which one is on top? So the shoulder strap is going this way. Perspective wise, it should probably be pointing forwards, so it would be Koyu kanji kana. So I should see a little bit of the bottom here on this side. Okay, it's broken, the gun, but just leave it for now. So this is the main setup. I'll just put in the halo before I forget as well. Come on, there's no reason to sketch it out before. Whatever. 2 stars. I am not drawing that. There is a star, right? I think. Shit. Isn't there a star here? Oh, it's the roundest corner, I think. Hang on. If I do 5 corners, is it roundness? Doesn't work. What? Shape operations up in the center. Brush shape. Nike. I could have sworn there was a way to do just make the stars, but anyways, I can use symmetry rulers though. Is that good? Good enough, I think. Let's make it a bit thicker, because I'm gonna scale it down and it's gonna make it very thin. Although we have to repaint this anyways. Delete that. Just CVT. Let's make it smaller first. Perspective bump. Kind of big, huh? It's not, it's a bit smaller than the head. It's a bit smaller than the head. The halo is tricky because it's supposed to not be so dark. But if it's not dark, we can't see it. So, we just leave it till the end and see what works. And then that would be that. Get the original. Oh, it's a bit rounder on the inside. Oh, it's more like a flower on the inside. This can only serve as a guide then. It's a bit too head-on, I think. But the shape is also a problem. Let me fix it first. Pick up. Outer one is also a little bit too sharp. I don't think this will work that well. Yeah, because of the way it skews. That's okay, I'll keep it. Anyways, I think I'll just drop off after this. Thank you guys for joining me today. And see you guys tomorrow, and then I'll continue working on this. Yep, I think that's about it. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make this look good. Doesn't make sense to move it lower either, but yeah, anyways, problem for me to solve tomorrow. Yes, thank you, the virus. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.